Hi everyone, my name's Kathy. Welcome to my frugality channel, Skint Living UK. As part of my frugality, I like to do DIY as it's a great way to save money. It might be slower and it's a learning process, but it's better than paying a workman. And I think once you acquire those skills, you can do it again. I've been making a kitchen bench. This is my first one. I've never made one before. So I've tried to use cheap materials and leftover materials. My neighbour last year was throwing out these wood slats off a kiddie's cot bed from IKEA. And because I was putting my rubbish out at the time in the entry, and I asked them, I said, can I have those wood slats please? And they were made up because they were just about to put them in the bin. So they had 2 sets of slats, so it cost me nothing. So I've used some wood that I got from B&Q, this battening. It's about 60mm wide, and they sell them in 2.4 metre lengths. They're currently £3.75. They usually have a big pile of them, and I think it's meant for stud walls, that sort of thing. It's definitely internal wood, and I've used that wood for the structure of the bench. And I had some leftover tongue and groove, and I got about 2/3 across to plate the front, panel the front of it. And I had to go and buy a packet of tongue and groove. They do these in packets of 5, and I think they were £8.75 a packet. I bought a spare packet because I want to adjust my dresser. Excuse me, I've got a dry tickly throat. So I use 6 pieces of this wood. This is the piece left over to make the frame. So I just built 2 rectangles with a piece going across the middle and screwed it all together. So one piece was for the top, one piece was for the bottom. Then I chopped up more of these pieces to make legs and screwed that together. And I also use corner brackets to reinforce them, just to make sure. And I panelled the front in tongue and groove, which I've recently just painted. I just used emulsion. You're probably thinking, emulsion? Yeah, emulsion, because the wood, because it's raw wood, absorbs the colour really well. I've used Sapphire Salute by Dulux because that was the colour of the walls. I'd put up tongue and groove a few years ago in this corner. This window here used to be the back door, and when we got the windows put in, the new double glazing, I got them to change this to a window, and they bricked the rest in, so I'd have a nice corner to get a dining table in. So when they did that, I panelled all the corner all the way around last few years ago, and yesterday I gave it all a second coat of paint because I've painted it the day before that, and the front of the bench and the top, so it's all the same colour. I've got a big length of slats because I got 2 big pieces off my neighbour, and what I've done is I've cut them in half on the band, the fabric strip that's stapled on. So I'm going to have 2 lids, 2 seats. So there's 16 pieces, so 8 on each section of the bench. I've marked a line where I'm going to cut them with my choppy saw, and I've marked a dot on each one where I'm going to put a support piece. So I'm going to put 2 support pieces going across. I might do 3, and turn them over, and then that's the seat. And I've bought a big blue cushion to go on top. And I've got, it's a garden waterproof cushion, so it's a big long rectangular one. It's got a waterproof fabric on it, so it's ideal for sitting on, and it doesn't matter so much if you drop a drink or some food on it because it's waterproof. And I've made a raft of cushions, homemade ones from leftover things like jeans, bits of fabric, and basically the cushions have cost me next to nothing to make. So once I've made the seat, I'll throw on the big bench cushion, which is really meant for a garden bench, and then I'll throw on my decorative cushions. I'm not going to paint the seat covers, these slats, I'm not going to paint them. So I'm going to leave the gap so they're easy to lift on, lift off. There's not going to be any hinges, they're just going to be like sitting on top. And so there's ease of access, so there's no messing about. So the straight edge there up against the wall, and the choppy ends here I've marked in pen and the ruler. So that's my next task to do. And then I've got spare slats, they can be the crossbars going across, as I've got a load of them left over. So I've got 8 on each section. So let me know what you think. So I'm really pleased with them. I'll just take the slats off so you can get a better look at the bench. So this has been a slow ongoing process. Down so you can see the bench better now. I'm debating whether to put a skirting board at the bottom, so it's like a little kick plate. But there's the tongue and groove on the front, and you can see the wood frame better there. Let's move this down so you can see. So you can see I've braced each corner with metal corner plates. I didn't need to, but I've just done it so for peace of mind. So if a very heavy person or multiple people are sitting on the bench, it's not going anywhere. And it's also screwed to the walls. The legs are screwed to the walls, so they've got legs on the end, legs near the middle on each side, as you can see, and legs on the end there. And then they've got a cross brace as well. So I've done everything I possibly can to reinforce it, and I think it looks lovely in the blue. I'm just so pleased with it, because I've never done one before, so it's sort of like learning on the job. And I made up because the slats were free. So like I said, I bought 6 lengths of wood, that £3.75 ago. I had tongue and groove left over from other jobs, like making me little shelf here. And this was made from bits of skirting board left over as well. And I just got to about here, and I ran out of tongue and groove. I did have more, but the pieces were short, so I had to go and buy a packet of tongue and groove, which was, I think, £8.75. So all in all, it's cost me, what, 50 quid? And it's the paying for the workmen to do it is the cost, because the materials might be cheap, but it's paying the workmen to do it. So this has took me a few weeks, because I've just done it a bit as I go along, because I'm doing other things in the house. And once this is done, my next job is to box in my pipes, but I've got plenty of wood knocking about. So that'll be done next, and that'll be varnished or painted up. And then I've got the skirting board to finish in the dining room and in the back room there. So it's ongoing. And then I need to paint the walls, 2 walls in the back room. I've got a very pale grey, it looks like white, because I've got the paint there. Rather than me going out buying new paint, I'm just going to use it. I know grey's not trendy anymore, but I'm just going to use it because I've got it. So the wall's clean and fresh. I've got a plumber coming up next week to change my tap. I've got a lovely copper one. I'll show you my copper tap. Oh, it's gorgeous. Now, I bought this last year. I've had it for ages, but isn't that lovely? So it'll go with me utensils, because copper is quite trendy at the moment. But I can't afford copper pans, because people have the copper pans in rows. I couldn't afford that. I got these utensils for £10 on eBay as a set, and I've recently replaced the doors from B&Q. They were, if you bought more than 3 doors, you got 60% off. So I got 6 doors, and it came to £60 with the postage. And I bought the brass knobs on eBay, and I think they were 6 quid. So it's cost me very little to renovate my kitchen, really. The cupboards are still the ones that I put in 2020, but I just thought, it's got new doors on, it's just going to look lovely. So getting there now. Please like, share and subscribe. I really do hope to see you soon. Drop us a comment if you can, because it helps the YouTube algorithm to realise I exist. and bye for now.